Yeah, man. Fellas. This is how it looks when a man tries to save a bird. Now, I'm not saying that he's guilty and she's a victim. I really don't know. But what I do know is this: if your wife wants to be a reality star, that's no longer your wife. That's a woman seeking attention, validation from the public. So now everything she does will be for the public. So you no longer have a wife. Now, if a man is emotionally weak, he wouldn't know how to handle a woman like that. And he might get frustrated and put his hands on her. That is a possibility. No, I'm not saying that's the case in this situation, but this is what happens when a man tries to wife a bird. At some point, he will try to control her only to realize he can't. But let's get into the story.
And the claims, the allegations from Marcellus Wiley's wife in this divorce, these allegations are pretty explosive. She is claiming rape and she's also claiming DV. Now, before we get into all of this, I do want to make it clear that these are all allegations.
Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the #1 app worldwide, allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money.
This is a divorce, and there has been no court rulings. He hasn't been found guilty of anything, but we are going to talk about what is happening, and we're going to discuss. He did come out on the Twitter and speak for himself. As I'm reading through this article from People, Anne-Marie Wiley is making claims, but also this is laying out some other accusations against Marcellus Wiley as well from former employees. So it just sounds like there is a whole lot of smoke around this man. All right, so it says Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum Anne-Marie Wiley files for divorce, accuses ex-NFL star husband Marcellus Wiley of rape. I'm afraid of Marcellus, and I fear for my own safety and for the safety of our children, Anne-Marie Wiley wrote in a request for a restraining order. These are the major talking points. She filed for divorce after 12 years of marriage. She's alleging physical abuse and rape, and she said all of
After 12 years of marriage? Damn, bro. That's a decade plus. So you've been with a man for over a decade. And this is the first time this happened? That is kind of crazy.
this because she was asking for a restraining order. They have 3 kids: Marcellus Jr., who's 10, Aria, who's 7, and Olivia, who's 6. In court documents filed on Monday, July 6th, and obtained by People, Anne-Marie cited irreconcilable differences in her request for a divorce from Marcellus, 51. There was no date of separation listed. Anne-Marie, 52, also requested a DV restraining order against Marcellus, who she claims has subjected me to a continuing and escalating pattern of physical violence, SA, verbal and emotional abuse, financial control, and intimidation. In the request, Anne-Marie, who shares son Marcellus Jr. and daughters Aria and Olivia with the NFL player, lists allegations of abuse that date back to 2012. The most recent event of abuse, which allegedly took place on July 3rd and 4th, occurred during a family trip to Orlando for their son's basketball tournament. On July 3rd, the NFL player yelled at me and forcefully jammed his finger into my face while I was lying in bed with our 7-year-old daughter. He told me that I caused him to treat me badly and that I bring it on myself. On July 4th, Marcellus
That right there is very telling, man. Woo wee, she's giving that man a headache. Damn. That's just a bird being a bird, and that's just a man trying to control a bird. See, when a weak man can't control a bird, he apply force because that's all he knows. Because he don't know how to control that bird mentally. That's crazy.
told me that he was going to start, in his words, playing football, not basketball with me, and warned me to watch how bad he was going to make things for me, which I understood to be a threat that his abuse would become more severe. During this same incident, Marcellus pushed our 10-year-old son, Marcellus Jr.
What?
Marcellus was arrested by local police on domestic battery charges related to the alleged incident. People previously confirmed. He was released on July 5th on a $1,000 bond and then went to their son's basketball game, according to Anne-Marie's filing. She says she is very much afraid of him and has requested the restraining order out of a desire to require him to stay away from me and our children and that he be ordered to move out of our home. Anne-Marie requested sole legal and physical custody of their 3 kids and no visiting rights for Marcellus in the divorce filing. In the restraining order request, she also requested that Marcellus not have access to their kids' records. She alleges in the filing that much of Marcellus's abuse has been witnessed by their 3 kids and cited incidents dating back to Christmas 2021 when she claims he broke my right thumb in front of the kids who were crying. She also alleges that
See, I want to know why. What is forcing him to do these things? Because if a woman is a virtuous woman, if she's a saint, a man is just not going to just pick on her for no reason. Like, what I want to know, what is she doing to this man? Because obviously whatever she's doing, she's messing with his emotions. And basically what I decipher from this so far, it sounds like his wife was just ready to return back to the streets. It sounds like she just had enough. And she's like, shit, it's time to cash in, you know?
he raped her
And keep in mind, he's the reason why his wife was on that one show, the reality show. He's the reason because of him, because of his name, because of his hard work, because of the work that he put in. He's the reason why his wife got on a reality show. He's the reason why she was able to fulfill that goal of hers. And now she's pretty much taking him down. Cold game, bruh. Cold game.
4 times, once in 2012 when she was intoxicated, and 3 times in January of 2026. In 20
Wait, what? I mean, come on, bruh. In 2012, we are in 2026. This been your husband for 12 years. And he raped you while you was intoxicated?
14, the year they married, she further claims that the NFL player punched me in the face, giving me a black eye and a split lip during a trip to Las Vegas. And
So why you stayed with him? Why you stayed with him? Why? Because of the money? That's cold right there, bro. If this man punched you in 2014 and gave you a black eye, why are you filing for divorce in 2026? And why you stayed with him this whole time? Maybe because his money was up back then or some. But once a man money is running low, man, these birds will bounce in a heartbeat. She's gonna take you down. It's like, yo, your time is up, buddy. It's time for me to cash in. Okay? Cold game out here, man.
Thing is, she's not talking to people. People, they're reading the divorce decree. So she's making all of these things, these allegations, and laying it out in the divorce decree, but she's not coming to the internet to speak on these things. And I say that because people are about to start dragging her. They're going to start dragging her because these things have happened over the course of several years. And
Duh.
they're going to be like, well, he did all of that and you still married him. I
Duh.
absolutely know that they're going to do that. But she's just documenting the things that she can probably remember. And yes, she stayed. I don't know why she stayed because she's just listing this out in the divorce decree right now. And she hasn't spoken for herself outside of filing these
Man, look, man, fellas, be careful out here, bro. You could marry your enemy. Whole time your wife is plotting against you. She got this shit all mapped out. That's why it got dates attached to this shit. And I'm pretty sure she probably got little photos and images and shit. Bro, she been plotting the whole time. She never liked this man. She probably saw, oh, he got money. Let me devise a plan to take him down. So I'm gonna have these kids first. Okay, we're gonna get married. Boom, boom, boom. Divorce, child support. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him good. I'm gonna get him good. Fellas, be careful out here, bro. Be careful, man. And when you see a man emotional like this, it's pretty much because a woman is playing with his emotions, and because he's a weak emotional man, he don't know how to handle a woman like this. This is why I tell you all dudes all the time, bro. You can't save a bird. A bird only know how to play games. Just look at this shit, bro. Just look at this shit. You think if this woman was really for real, what type of woman will marry a man after he gave her a black eye? But see, the thing about a bird is this, bro. A bird will put up with whatever. A bird will put up with whatever to get to that bag. Okay? But just know she's plotting, bro, to take you down. This is grimy.
the restraining order, and for divorce. Anne Marie also claims that Marcellus has exercised financial control over me throughout their relationship and that he stopped paying for their kids' tuition in February, which forced me to empty our children's savings accounts in order to pay for it. Obviously, some of these things will be provable because if you go to court for this, you'll be able to see if a savings account was emptied. There should be some kind of medical records for a thumb getting broken. If he did push his
Man, come on with all that, man. This shit is about money. It says it right here. Financial control over me. You are my wife. I'm the breadwinner. I'm not about to let you blow my money. But see, the thing about a bird is this: a bird wants to live a lavish lifestyle. A bird wants to spend, 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 spend. And when you hear a bird say some shit like financial control over me, she damn near want to control this man's pockets. This shit is, yo, man, this shit is crazy, bro. This man, think about this, fellas. Think about this, bro. He saved her. He got down on a knee. I'm gonna give you the world. Here you go. And this is how she's thanking him. This is how she's thanking this man who saved her. If she never met this man, she probably would have been broke. This shit is, yo, nah, I can't believe this.
10-year-old son. His 10-year-old son will be old enough to speak to a court, speak to a lawyer or something like that. These things are going to be investigated. And obviously, right now, it's he said, she said. But the thing is, these things will have to come out. They're going to have to investigate. And if she's going to go after him for some money, they're going to definitely go to court for this.
Duh, that's what it's about. It's about money.
Marcellus subjects me to constant criticism, cruel and sarcastic remarks, and intimidation, she alleges. His verbal and emotional abuse is constant, and his physical abuse occurs approximately once a month, and at times more frequently. I'm afraid of Marcellus, and I fear for my own safety and for the safety of our children. Anne Marie's divorce filing and restraining order request comes after several women have accused Marcellus of SA. So I went over to his Twitter page and got his statement. This is what he says. I'm deeply grateful for the love, prayers, and concern for me and my itty bitties. Your support is fully appreciated. I completely and unequivocally deny these allegations, and I'm certain the truth will prevail. As you know, I'm usually the first to break down the truth and separate fact from fiction, but because this is now a legal matter and because my greatest responsibility is protecting my babies who have already been impacted, I have to handle this differently. When I can speak freely, I absolutely will. 100. Until then, thank you for your patience, your prayers, and for continuing to stand with me. Much love. Some of the responses. CEC says, so you're saying they arrested you for nothing? Yeah, okay. Iceman says, nah, man, you've had multiple sexual allegations against you, and now your wife calls the cops. Everybody can't be lying on a so called super polished dude like you. I think it means that there is a darker side to Mr. Wiley. Not these types.
Yo, so what it sounds like fam do a great job at saving birds. Here's the thing, fellas. When you try to save a bird, you're trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. So then when the hoe don't do housewife shit, you're mad. You're angry. And if a man can't control his emotions, he will do some foul shit. He will do some sucker shit and put his hands on a woman. Now, I'm hoping that's not the case in this situation because obviously this is what it is. This is what it is. This is just a bird that's cashing in. Just off the sheer fact that she said he put his hands on her in 2014 and she still married him. Okay? Birds are very desperate, bro. They will play the role to get what they want from a man. But again, it seems like a situation where this guy got a history of wifing birds and he lacks the ability to control a bird. Why? Because I tell you guys all the time, you got to treat a bird like a bird, bro. And just looking at this chick, bro, just looking at Shorty, she still feel like she's in the game. She still feels like she's a bad bitch. And as far as fam look like he's just a sponsor. Okay? So now she's cashing in. It's like, okay, I still got time to play ball in the streets. Plus, I got 3 kids by this fool. So now you got child support, alimony, and she's probably going to get half his shit, like whatever he still got. And in 2014, he probably was up. Because that's the thing, fellas. I always tell you guys, regardless of what, a bird will never leave a man when he's up. A bird will never leave you when you're up, brother. Look at NBA players. They ain't got to be worried about divorce while they are in their prime. But as soon as they retire from the sport, Here comes the divorce. Come on, man. These birds be plotting. Fellas, don't be a victim, man. Be wise out here. Learn from this situation, bro. For real.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know. Don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.